Hi, everyone. Welcome to Planet Grape Wine Review. My name is Catherine Follis, and I was the fifth woman in the world to become a master sommelier. And I'm the first woman in the world, well, certainly in the United States of America, to found a wine review platform. So today's topic is grocery store Italian reds, keeping it real. So let's check out what we have going on with that. And you might think grocery store Italian wines, is there anything good? But actually there are quite a few. You just have to have a little help, a little guidance from your favorite grape goddess or your favorite wine expert out there to help you through. So grocery stores and chains such as Target or Walmart, even Costco, sometimes these are places where you find item that's more expensive elsewhere, and it's a much better price here, and that's great. But just everything in these stores is a commodity, and it's purchased by price. And so that's great if the makeup is being purchased by a makeup artist and it's kind of artisanally selected and curated, but it's not. And it's the same for the wine. And so most of these buyers don't have the expertise to actually know the difference between a mediocre wine or a dud and actually something good. They're just looking to fill categories. And you really should enlist the help of an expert, whether, on from their website, on their platforms, whatever it is. One thing I recommend actually is 10 Grapes to Know, my latest book. And we've got over 400 wines in here. They've all been through Planet Grape Wine Review tasting panel process, and a lot of them are under $20. And actually, you can also find us at Target, speaking of Target, or your favorite independent bookstore. But anyway, use there are a lot of new apps coming up, and things are happening with tech and wine. It's a really exciting time. So take advantage of that and just don't pick a wine blindly based on the label. Italian wines are particularly challenging to kind of weed through and find the good ones when you're under $20, certainly, and even above that, surprisingly, in some categories, because Americans are in love with all things Italian. And like anything else out there, there are a lot of mediocre selections. There are a lot of duds. There are a lot of wines that might be gimmicky and look appealing, and then they're just very disappointing. And that's true with olive oil and clothing and lots of things, not just wine. But again, you want to get a recommendation, or if you can't, or you're in a kind of a time crunch or whatever, buy one bottle, take it home, taste it, and then if you do like it, stock up and get lots of bottles, especially if it's. So the first wine that we're recommending for you is actually a bottle that, I saw this label and I thought, that's a little gimmicky, and it is gimmicky, but the wine comes through. So this is a Pinot Grigio, and it's from an unusual location in Italy for Pinot Grigio, and that's from Sicily. And so again, I'm wondering if it's going to have the balance and the freshness and the tanginess and the crispness that you get from Pinot Grigios, which primarily come from northern Italy. And it does. It's really light and refreshing. It's crisp and dry. It's got notes of lemon zest and apricot, peach skin, and a little thyme, which is unusual, but that's the Sicilian kind of Mediterranean scrub coming in. And we gave it 89 points and it's $11, 12% alcohol, super light. And this is the suggested retail price. So you're going to see it discounted down to, $8.99, $9.99, something like that. And it's actually really lovely. So when you see it out there, grab it and give it a try. We also loved the Fasi Battaglia Rosato from the Marche. And this is a really light, delicate rosé of Montepulciano grape. And we found it to be slender and silky, fresh and dry, with notes of lemon, strawberry, peach, and violet candy, just to give it a little hint of sweetness and florality. Really lovely. We gave this 90 points. And again, 12% alcohol, $11 standard retail, so you'll find it under 10 likely. It's also got that really pretty kind of amphora-shaped bottle. It's a easy to hold on to and pour and share, and it really is a lot of fun. And it's very elegant and subtle, great with even sophisticated dishes. Now here's one that I just say go out and just get a case, just grab it, because rosé is year round now. It's not just summer, but spring is here. We have Easter on the horizon. We have perhaps some more restrictions lifted on our day-to-day life, and it's just a lovely, refreshing, and delicious rosé from the Cavite collection 2019 rosé. They're calling it, not rosato, which is the Italian name. And so it's easier to say, it's easy to love, it's easy to drink, it's light, crisp, juicy, and here we go, dry. Now that makes a big difference, because if you like a dry rosé, then you will like this wine. Some of the other Cavite collection white wines in particular have noticeable sugar, but this is dry, so no sugar, low alcohol, 12%, lowish alcohol, with notes of cranberry, pomegranate, green apple, and crushed walnuts. We gave this 89 points. Again, just a kind of an international style, not French style. It's a little bit fruitier and a little bit livelier and refreshing, but just very chillable, goes with everything. Maybe even, I don't know, Bridgerton. But it's a great wine to share. Just so easygoing and fun and casual and relaxing. Now here's another wine from the Cavite collection, which I was surprised at, because my instinct was select red blend. I'm a little skeptical. And then the appellation, or the area where the grapes are grown, is Italy, another reason to be skeptical. And yet I was surprised, I was pleasantly surprised when I tasted it, because it's a blend of 4 grapes, one of them indigenous Italian grape, the Tiraldigo, the other 3 Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Syrah. This is an unusual blend with 3 international grapes, but it's actually really kind of a nice combination. It's got cherry, it's got fig, it's got black currant, even a little spicy black peppercorn and cumin, and a little bit of that kind of salty, gamey prosciutto. So really interesting wine, fun wine, $10 retail, so you're going to find it below that for sure. And we gave this 90 points. So you can be surprised. We were pleasantly surprised. And finally, this is from Benny di Battasiolo, and this is a Barbera d'Alba. That's a Barbera grape from the region of Alba in Piedmont. Now, this is 14.5% alcohol, so this is a little bit more in the mainstream style of being kind of full and round. It's also a little bit chewy, meaning makes your mouth chew, and it's tart and dry, which is the Italian style. So unlike maybe a California red, which would not be tart at all, this is definitely tart, but it's not lean and austere. It's tart just in a refreshing way to have another bite of your pasta or whatever you're having. And it's got notes of black cherry and plum, oyster mushroom, cumin seed, and a little tobacco. We found this really lovely. We gave it 91 points. And again, these are all great wines and, really well priced. This is the first one that's above 15 in this entire selection here, but that's kind of the point, because we want you to find wines when you're shopping in the wine aisle of your favorite Kroger's or Safeway or Aldi or Ralph's or whatever your local store is. And we want you to find wines that you can count on to be enjoyable. But what does Grape Goddess say about grocery store Italian wines? As a recap, there are some real gems. As you saw, these are just a few of the ones that we've been tasting recently, and we'll have more for you soon. Take advice from an expert, whether it's on an app or it's some wines that you found in your favorite book. Or, if you, for example, if you love Italian wines and you don't want to go into an Italian wine merchant because you're afraid they're going to sell you some very expensive wines, just say, look, what can I find at the grocery store? Or the next time you're in an Italian restaurant, ask a few experts, what they think is a good value in the grocery store. And then again, when you find one that you like, grab it in quantity. Every store has its sales and deals, like the Safeway, when you buy 6, you get an extra 20% off, and, all of these other deals that come up. So go out there and stock up and have fun and just take it easy and try to enjoy life as our kind of restrictions hopefully drop and we hopefully kind of find a little bit of sense of normalcy. All right, that's it for the day. Thank you so much. Cheers, everyone. Visit us on Planet Grape, YouTube, Instagram, and Planet Grape Wine Review to find more reviews. We'll see you the next time. Cheers.